Hi, I am Zane, a relationship consultant and psychologist. Somewhere along the line, we learned how to be hard on ourselves. We picked up this habit of turning every mirror into a magnifying glass, examining every flaw, every misstep, every quiet insecurity. And maybe we thought it would help us grow, but more often, it just left us feeling small, less than, not enough. But what if we have been wrong? What if we are better people than we have allowed ourselves to believe? 1. Empathy that goes unnoticed. Think about it. Your friend calls late at night in tears and you stay on the phone even though you are exhausted. That is empathy. Not the grand, dramatic kind you read about, but the steady, quiet kind that holds someone else without needing to fix them. Carl Rogers once said it best, that when someone really hears you without judgment or agenda, it feels damn good. If you have ever offered that kind of presence to someone, even once, you have shown a kind of goodness that matters deeply. 2. Gratitude in the quiet moments. Maybe you say thank you out loud when no one is watching. Maybe you sit on your porch and feel grateful, just for the sun on your face, or the way your dog looks at you like you are the center of the universe. That is not small, it is gratitude. And gratitude is transformative. Martin Seligman found that people who practice it regularly live with more joy, more peace. If you have caught yourself feeling thankful for the little things, you are not just lucky. You are showing signs of a strong and reflective heart. 3. The grace of forgiveness. And then there is forgiveness. That one is messy. I will be honest, it is not easy. I remember forgiving someone who hurt me deeply. It took everything I had not to hold on to the bitterness like a shield. But in the end, it freed me, not because they deserved it, but because I did. Lewis Smead said that to forgive is to set a prisoner free and realize the prisoner was you. If you have ever chosen peace over revenge, then yes, you are already someone better than you think. For living by your values, that is another quiet sign. Maybe you do not talk about them, but you live them. You treat people with kindness even when they do not notice. You tell the truth even when it costs you. Viktor Frankl believed that our last freedom is to choose our attitude, our way of being. If you have ever chosen integrity over convenience, you have walked a path that many never even attempt. 5. Being a source of positivity. And what about positivity? I do not mean the fake smile or forced cheerfulness. I mean those moments when you choose to uplift someone, a kind word, a warm smile, an honest compliment. These are not empty gestures. They change lives in ways we do not always see. Sometimes your kindness is the only light someone else sees that day. That is not small. That is extraordinary. 6. Helping without expectation. You help others, not because you expect a return, but because you see a need and your heart moves you. You might not even think twice about it. But that selflessness, that is gold. It is what makes the world softer, kinder. Every time you choose to show up for someone, even in small ways, you reveal a strength that most overlook. 7. Owning your mistakes. Owning your mistakes is not glamorous. It is vulnerable, raw, and deeply human, and it is powerful. When you admit you were wrong, not to win back approval, but because it is the right thing to do, you are showing integrity. Freud once said that in hindsight, our struggles will strike us as the most beautiful. The beauty lies in growth, and growth always starts with truth. 8. The strength in saying no. And then there is the courage to say no. It sounds simple, but it is not. Saying no means honoring your own boundaries. It means knowing when your energy has run out and protecting what is left of your peace. Dr. Henry Cloud reminds us that change begins when staying the same becomes too painful. Saying no is not selfish, it is self-respect in motion. So here we are. Maybe you still doubt yourself. Maybe you still see your flaws more clearly than your virtues. But I want you to pause and really listen. You are more empathetic than you know, more grateful, more honest, more generous. Forgiven when it hurt. You have lifted others when they fell. You have chosen your values, admitted your faults, and protected your peace. That is what being a good person looks like. Carl Rogers once said, "The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change." So maybe today is not about becoming someone new. Maybe it is about recognizing who you already are. Have you felt this too? Have you ever doubted your own goodness? only to realize you were being too hard on yourself? I would love to hear how you worked through it. In our next episode, we will explore the quiet pain of emotional invisibility, how it shapes us, and how we find our voice again. I am Zane, a relationship consultant and psychologist. If this resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to STR TV for more heartfelt and honest reflections. Until then, keep tuning into your emotional instincts. They are wiser than you think.